What's up, everyone? Welcome to Backlog Beyond, a podcast where we talk about the old video games we want to beat and the new ones we play instead. I'm your host, Jeff Zavatero.
And I'm your other host, Nathan Hawkins, father of two beautiful girls, whom I love. My girls always come first. Hashtag Aussies of Instagram. And this is episode 31.
Thank you, Nathan, for that lovely introduction of yourself. Welcome. We're here today. Another, of course, excellent show, but we have two guests. I bet you can guess who they are. We have Alex and Clay. Say hi.
No, really?
Mild shock.
Thank you for letting us on the podcast for the first time. We appreciate it.
You're so welcome. It's really nice to finally get to know you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyone on the Twitch stream will see that we all look very festive.
Oh, yes. There's snow, lots of snow and red and sweaters.
Three of us faked the festiveness, and Alex is legitimately festive.
Yeah, she's got like lights going on, like a real tree.
I know.
Poinsettias.
Yeah,
she's good to go.
Pretty sure Clay took his from like Google stock images. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, I googled Christmas.
I found a 10-hour YouTube video and it had to download for 10 minutes, but
Oh, wow. It looks good.
Nice.
It looks good.
thanks.
We should be set for this really long podcast.
Yeah, I hope you guys slept.
Right?
It's the 10-hour
Yeah,
holiday
Alex got a
special.
nap, so.
Yep. Great. Well, let's move on to the first part, what we're playing. Nathan, what did you play this week?
I actually played a lot this week, but playing a lot of Unto the End, obviously. I'm doing a Let's Play right now. My God, I think that was the worst game I could have chosen to have done a Let's Play, like my first Let's Play to come back with, because I think I die more than at least 100 times in this Let's Play, and I can imagine it gets very boring. And for this game, I feel like it's it relies on the combat challenge, so I didn't want to delete like all that combat because I feel like that's part of the game. But on the other hand, I'm like, I don't know, this is really kind of repetitive and gets old. But either way, it's a great game. It's just very hard. And if you're listening to this today, part 6 is out, and I've also been playing Shady Part of Me, which is from that French studio. I forget the name of the studio. But that was like announced as one of the trailers for the Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
And it's really cute, and it kind of reminds me of what is that one, Little Nightmares.
That's
But
not
it's really
a good
cool
sell for
because
me.
what? No, really? Okay, well, you play like a little girl who's in a hospital, and then you also play her shadow, and you take turns helping each other get through a puzzle. It's really cute. So I actually also started to do a Let's Play for that as well. So this Wednesday will be the first episode of that. And then I wanted to start playing Horizon Zero Dawn again, but I forgot I deleted the game. So I started streaming Borderlands on PlayStation Now for a little bit. It's very clunky, and I just couldn't do it. So I was like, I'm just going to go play Borderlands 2. So I did that for a little bit today, and I enjoyed myself.
Awesome. Clay, what are you playing?
Surprise of the century. I've been playing World of Warcraft.
I don't know why I asked.
It's like 3 months
As
later.
soon as the words left my mouth, I'm like, I could have answered that.
Then, all right. That'd been funny.
Did that. We did this week. Alex had a community game night, so we did Jackbox Party 3.
Missed it.
Taking
So
my
played that.
answer.
Yeah,
It's all good.
I had to have a different answer than World of Warcraft. So, but yeah, that's it. That's all I've been playing.
Alex, what
Cool.
about you?
Well, I just finished Shadow of the Colossus. The next episode is actually available right now on my Patreon, but it will not release for everybody else until this upcoming Wednesday.
Nice.
So, little plug right there. I also beat Spyro the Dragon finally, which I've been putting off for years just because of the trauma that Nasty Nork has instilled in me since I was a child. But I finally kicked his ass.
Nice.
I've been playing through Ripto's Rage, Ring Fit, The Last of Us, Bug Snacks, and then of course our community game night, which was Mario Kart 8 as well as Jackbox with friends.
My
So
God.
lots of gaming.
I envy your
Lots of
time.
gaming.
Great. That leaves me. I've been playing some Spider-Man Remastered. That game feels much, much longer when you're playing it through for your second time.
Nice.
And I saw to get the new Platinum trophy that you have to play it in Ultimate mode. So I got like 2 hours in, and then I had to restart it. And that was upsetting.
Wow.
I also
What is that?
I also picked up Horus for the Switch for $2, but free with
So
coins, which was dope.
Oh,
So
cool.
I started that game over too. And then me and Emily started playing Jenny LeClue, which is for the Nintendo Switch, and it's about a writer who's trying to keep his series of a young detective going, and so you're playing the story that he's writing, and it's actually very cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I got it for the Switch for a couple $, and I was like, now's the time to pick it up. And plus it's one I think Emily can handle, which is nice.
That's cool.
Something we can play. Yeah. Yes. So that is what I've played so far this week. Let's move on to the news. So I understand Nathan and Alex both want to speak about the same kind of thing. So why don't you go into that?
Yeah, so, well, before we actually jump into that, I actually found out some really interesting news that apparently Alex can click her tongue like a dolphin.
What's more important?
And,
Wait, what? What? How did you find that out?
You said it.
When?
It was like on your Discord, I think. It was like a fun. It was.
Oh my gosh!
It was like a fun fact.
Yes,
it was like
that's
it was a fun
right.
fact.
Wow.
It was a fun fact.
It's been so long ago that I was like, "What?"
So I didn't want to
How do
put you on
know
the
this?
spot, but if you want to do it right now, I
put her on the
think
spot.
our listeners would love this.
Okay. All right, we ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I can hear it.
I can hear it.
Awesome.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, it's kind
awesome.
of quiet, but
It's gonna sound
you can
even
hear it,
better when I actually have your audio.
true.
That
Yes.
sounds so good.
Zoom ruins everything.
So even more of a reason to go check her out on Twitch, guys.
Subscribe to her Patreon.
I don't do it. Maybe I should make that like a channel point redemption.
You should. You should. That'd be amazing.
I'll
Make
click
me a
like a dolphin
dolphin.
for you.
You can get it
That's very
for free if
impressive.
you come to our podcast.
There you go. It's free here, but that's it. Now I'm just.
Free.
Don't give out the secrets.
I heard that and I was like, that's probably the coolest thing I've ever heard. So I had to bring that up.
Yes.
But the actual news, Nintendo had their Indie World on December 15th. And there was a bunch of games that they had announced, and a lot of them sound awesome. I'm going to quickly just run down the games that they announced. It was Spelunky 1 and 2. It's coming to Switch. Fisty Fluffs, which is basically like this multiplayer game where you play a bunch of cats and they get into all kinds of trouble. Very, Very Valet. It's like Overcooked, but with driving, so you kind of have to like compete for parking spaces. I think it's called Tunchi. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a hand-drawn hack and slash game. Cyber Shadow, which is a sci-fi ninja platformer. Calico, which is a social sim to manage a cat cafe. Alba, a wildlife adventure. It's like this open world exploration where you take pictures and study animals. Looks really beautiful. Gnosia, which is a visual novel that takes place on a drifting spaceship. Happy Game, which is a psychedelic horror puzzle game. Super Meat Boy Forever, which is the sequel to Super Meat Boy. And Grindstone launched, as well as Among Us. So out of all this stuff, I think the one I'm really looking forward to is probably going to be Alba. It seems like a really like chill, just, I don't know, beautiful experience. It just seems really chill, and I kind of want to jump into that and see what it's all about. So would you have to think about any of these, Alex?
Yeah, so I'm also super excited for Alba as well. I see so much of myself as a little girl in her, and like her grandparents are like my grandparents, like to a T, and like she was doing literally everything that I was doing as a kid.
That's so cool.
So it makes me like really excited to like see myself in a video game and be able to identify and just have that representation, and it's just so beautifully done that it's not like, dishing on, a culture
Right.
or anything. I think it's like just a really beautiful representation of that. Yeah, I'm super excited for that one. I'm excited for Finding Paradise too. I shared in previous podcast episodes with you all that I was working through To the Moon, and I finished it, and it
yes.
was beautiful. And having just the adventure kind of come back again, and just in that same universe, I think it's going to be really exciting. I still have a lot to do as far as catching up with other DLCs, but I think this will be the catalyst for getting me back into it for sure.
Thank you for
I'm excited for all of
Thank
them.
you for mentioning that one, because I can't believe I
Yes.
forgot to add that one. But yeah, Finding
okay.
Paradise.
I got you.
Thank you.
I
You
got you.
rock. I know. I loved To the Moon as well, and I'm so thankful Jeff told me to play that one, because it was such a touching story, and gave me the feels. It was really good. Did you guys get to check out any of these games as well, or?
I'm super excited for Spelunky. I've seen a lot of gameplay on that one. I'm mortified that the game that you love so much from Apple Games is $20. Like, it wasn't even worth the $5 a month.
I don't know. I find that game pretty enjoyable. I feel
I mean, it's not a $20 game though.
Well, they've added more to it since.
More levels.
They've also added more levels, an entire new set of levels.
No, that game's $5. Among Us stayed $5 when it went to the Switch. That's its first console port. $5. Free if you play it on mobile.
All right, well,
That's how you do it.
To each his own.
Apple.
Did you get a chance to check any of these out, Clay?
Yeah, I watched it with Alex. I'm excited for Super Meat Boy, but I probably won't play it on the Switch. I'll wait.
Okay.
And then watching Alex play through Calico and
The Fist of Fluff.
Fist of
Oh my
Fluffs
god, Fist
will
of
be
Fluffs
fun.
is ridiculous.
I was chuckling like a mad woman. I was just giddy with joy watching these cats just ragdoll and
Yeah.
like, hit one another.
It's like, what is going on here?
Oh,
I'm excited to see how far they
Yeah.
take that and just like how ridiculous it gets.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be bigger than Melee and Brawl.
Oh, easy.
telling you
It's,
now.
it's game of the year already. I mean, that trailer is just like, okay, well, Geo cheat game of the year. There we go.
But is it better than Bug Snacks?
Oof. I don't know. I haven't played
That's a tough
either,
one.
so
Can't
It's
tell.
a high
I
bar.
couldn't tell you.
Can't tell just yet.
It's a hard sell.
Great. So moving on to the next one here. For mine, Cyberpunk has been pulled from the PlayStation Store amid their pledge to offer refunds. Xbox followed suit and is offering refunds as well because the game was grossly misrepresented. And rumor is they might get sued for misrepresentation of the game. So
Wow.
that's
Ooh.
embarrassing.
That'd be nice.
I know.
I feel so bad for the developers.
I feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad for the developers, but the management can go screw themselves.
Oh no, totally. I mean, these suits, man, they screwed the pooch, as the saying goes. Like, how do you do that? Like, how can you put your developers in that position to look like a bunch of idiots?
Yeah.
You know, it's really sad. And honestly, you know, it's funny. I've been seeing a bunch of arguments on Twitter, but a lot of people saying, yeah, it's all the stupid fans like complaining. It's like, no, I don't think this is on the fans. I think this is on the executives pushing to launch the game and them giving in to, you know, the fans maybe, but it's still their decision. Like, you know,
I mean, they were
finally-
listening to the fans that were like, "Why are you delaying it?" Me being one of them, like, "Why are you delaying it?"
Yeah,
But
I
I
was
know it
too,
was
but
gonna
at the
look like
same
this.
time. Yeah, exactly. Although I've heard, you know, like, again, on PC it looks amazing. I've heard an Xbox Series X looks really good. PS5 people haven't really had that many complaints. So it really just seems like it's the, you know, day one, you know, launch generation. Unfortunately,
They did release a hot fix, I think today or yesterday.
yeah, it was well, today would be Monday for the listeners. So
Sorry,
it was
Friday
on-
or Saturday.
Yeah, I think it was today. I think you're right. I think it was Saturday.
Yeah. So yeah,
I didn't know. I don't know if you guys saw or heard, but in there they had a financials meeting, and they admitted that they knew that it was severely underperforming, but wanted to push it out further. So they straight up just couldn't help but say that, yeah, we knew it was
Wow.
a disgusting mess, but we just pushed it out, figuring it'll get fixed later.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
that's upsetting.
Dang.
that's really depressing.
And a lot of people are saying like, "I wish they just kept it for next gen," because we still can't play the official next gen version yet, and I rather
now-
would have just waited for that.
And now I can't even buy it.
Next gen doesn't even have the next gen version.
I would like the best thing about it releasing for PlayStation 4 now is I was hoping it would go on sale eventually, and I
Right.
could pick it up then and get the PlayStation 5 version free.
Yep.
But now I don't want that.
Yeah. No.
Nathan, weren't you saying that there were some like No Man's Sky parallels to just how it started off, at least for No Man's Sky, very, very much like this, and then they worked their way up?
Yeah, I think it was. I mean,
Can you
it
explain
was
that?
very different in terms of the way that things went down, because in terms of No Man's Sky, it was a content thing.
Yeah, it
like
was-
they had promised all this
Right,
content that was
right.
supposed to come with the game, and it didn't.
Yep.
So there was some misleading information that was said, and the fans were very disappointed. But then No Man's Sky, man, they had probably the biggest comeback that I've seen in a game that got so much backlash, and they also went silent for a while. But I mean, the people at Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red, they spoke out pretty quickly. But No Man's Sky went like dead silent for months.
Yeah.
Nobody said anything, and when they came back, they were like, "Yeah, we're really sorry. Oh, by the way, here's all this new stuff for free." It was like, okay.
Maybe one
You
day
know?
it'll be the game they promised.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that the next time CD Projekt Red decides to say anything, it's a hot fix. And that's kind of what they did today a little bit. They kind of were like, all right, here's the hot fix, you know, sorry. But they just need to keep doing that. And honestly, I think they need to they need to come out with some extra stuff somehow. They need to come up with some more story DLC maybe, or I don't know, something. But they need a huge comeback if they want people to buy their next game in 7 years, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actions instead of empty apologies.
Right. But I mean, my point was, I
promises.
made a point on Twitter saying, let's not give up so quickly, because everyone was just like freaking out, like, oh God, this is horrible. It's like, yeah, but remember, we just had a developer come out with a game that, not too long ago, everyone was super disappointed about, and they came back and made everyone happy. And I don't see CD Projekt Red doing the opposite. I see them doing the exact same thing, coming back with an apology and making up for it. So,
Well, I just hope they don't work their developers to death over this. Like, you guys need
Right,
to do
that-
better. Like,
Right.
I see this is like a situation that's, I think, closest to Arkham Knight when that got released for the PC, and they had to
Right.
pull it from the Steam store because it looked so terrible.
oh my God.
But they got it to passable, and everyone shut up about it. So I think that's what they're hoping for at best right now.
Right.
Did you guys see Sean Murray, the
Yep.
founder of his tweet,
Yeah.
when he's like, "Yay, No Man's
It's
Sky is
trending.
trending. Let me have a look." And it was all saying how it was trash when it came out. It's just a video of the guys that are like punching themselves in the nuts
Yeah,
that have
yeah.
been trained to like not feel.
Well, then
the
even somebody
pain.
photoshopped the Hello Games crew showing the CD of No Man's Sky, but they photoshopped it to Cyberpunk 2077. It's pretty good.
Nice.
It's pretty good.
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, no. Sean Murray he's a sport. He's a good sport though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's back on top now. They just
Dude.
won that award.
Oh yeah,
Dude, was it 2 years in a row? He said.
Yeah.
He's like, randomly we've won this 2 years in a row now.
Yeah.
that was so funny at the Game Award.
I know.
He's just sitting there drinking.
Yeah. Just getting a sip in.
Hello there. Just to make sure, Clay, you didn't have anything to throw on top of the news there. You've contributed more to my news than I did, so it's okay if you don't.
Overachiever.
No, I'm
Okay, great.
Nah. That was good. Nah.
I got nothing.
Nah.
Nah.
Nothing else to say.
All right, I appreciate that.
I'll pick it up for $10, I guess, when it's like super cheap, and then get the.
I think I
upgrade,
would
so.
pay $20 for that game, or I would wait long enough for Nathan to pay for that game.
I'm gonna buy it at some point, but I have to wait. I'm gonna wait till I have a PS5 in hand.
Do you guys
I like
ever
the
want-
subtle camera look right there, Jeff. You looked.
You guys are my Jim Halpert, or my camera.
It was very
Jim
Jim.
Halpert.
I'm sorry, Clay. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
That was good.
Do you guys ever see a game at launch and want to play it, like just to experience how bad it is, but you don't want to pay $60? So like down the line, I wish there was a way to not do the updates and stuff, so I could just play
Oh.
the PS4 version of this game, but not spend
Interesting.
$60 on it, just so I can laugh at
wish.
it. No, is that just me?
Yeah, I mean, I really wish
think it
I
is
really
just
wish more
you.
games gave us the opportunity to play the broken versions,
Yeah.
or just to
Yeah,
break the game in
exactly.
general. I think they made like I miss the big head mode in GoldenEye. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Well,
I guess I just want to play broken messes.
like I mean, if you had an Xbox right now, it sounds like you could still download the game,
Right.
and then
Yes, you can.
return it. So that might be
Yeah.
the move if you want to try it that way. Great. We're gonna move on to our first game of the day. It's a new game called The Gaming Game. Insert music here, which I'm sure Nathan did, and I'm talking over it. So the way this game works is I asked Clay about his gaming history, and Clay asked me about my gaming history. And we're going to ask those questions to Nathan and Alex to see how well they know their partner.
We lost.
We started answering these questions, and we realized how insanely difficult they might be. So we did you guys a favor and made them multiple choice.
Oh, that's awesome.
There you go. You're
I
welcome. You're
love
welcome.
this.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. So what's going to happen first is Clay is going to ask Nathan the questions about me, and we're going to see how well Nathan does.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Nathan, are you ready?
I'm ready, sir.
Jeff, are you ready to be disappointed?
I'm used to it.
All right. Nathan, your first question.
Uh,
What is the first video game console that Jeff owned personally? Is it A, PlayStation 1, B, Sega Genesis, C, PlayStation 2, or D, Game Boy Color?
He's mentioned this too, and now I'm like torn between two of these now.
should have been paying attention.
I'm
I
like,
know. I
this
was
has been
certain it
answered
was
on this podcast.
I was certain it was the PlayStation 1, but then you threw in the Game Boy Color. I'm gonna go Game Boy Color.
Can I get that?
Yeah,
Can
so-
we get a soundbite of that so I can make it my text message tone?
That was by the mouth, folks. That was by the mouth.
So it was PlayStation
It was
1?
PlayStation 1.
Dang
yeah.
it.
Yep,
Oh,
I got
okay.
that
It's
for my
okay.
10th birthday, and I had a
Nice.
sleepover, and me and my friends stayed up all night playing it. It was really fun.
That's awesome.
3 months later, I did get the Game Boy Color. So, but that is
Okay,
a story
alright.
for later in the show. All right, let's see the next one.
All right. If Jeff was stranded on a deserted island and could take one insanely long game to beat, what game would it be? Would it be A, Skyrim, B, Persona 5, C, Red Dead Redemption 2, or D, The Sims?
Does he have internet to download updates?
This is a very bougie island.
Very bougie.
Okay, gotcha.
Bougie. I'm going to say Persona 5.
You would be correct.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Also
There's no
the,
sound effect.
Well, they're just so easy. He's played Red Dead 2, The Sims you can't beat.
Right.
So
That was my tell on The Sims.
Well, Red Dead 2.
Thanks, Jeff.
Red Dead 2, like it would take years to get 100% for me.
Sorry. Do-do-do.
100% yes.
Fair.
Correct.
All right.
All right. Number 3. What's a series Jeff wishes was on another console so he wouldn't have to buy a different console to play it? Is it A, Halo, B, Fable, C, Mario Brothers, or D, Super Smash Brothers?
I'm going to say Fable.
Fable would be correct. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah!
Wow. Incredible. You're fantastic.
That was fantastic.
Good stuff.
Oh,
All right,
man.
number 4. I'm going to read it how he wrote it.
no.
What game does Jeff want Emily to play most but knows you never will? Question mark.
Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
No, that
Is,
wasn't. Yeah.
is it? Okay, so what game does Jeff want
Emily to play.
Emily to play but knows he never or
No,
knows
she never will, right.
Yeah. All right. A, The Last of Us, B, Red Dead Redemption, C, Final Fantasy VII, or D, Super Hot?
I'm going to say Super Hot.
No, the answer is Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
So.
I for some reason I thought Super Hot because of VR, but Final Fantasy VII would have been the
gotcha.
obvious answer. Yeah.
And it's one.
That'd be
It's one
fair.
I think she could do because it's turn based, but like it's so long. It's such a long game.
It's just the time.
Yeah.
commitment,
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you're not gonna play. Like,
No,
if you
it's
don't
true.
like that
I mean,
style,
I-
you're definitely not getting through.
Yeah,
it.
it's not my style either. So I mean, I know that's the game Jeff would love me to beat too.
All right, and number 5. What's the longest Jeff has waited in line for a game or console, and what was the game or console? Is it A, 6 hours for an Xbox 360, B, 9 hours for a Nintendo Wii, C, 3 hours in front of a computer for the PS5, or D, 4 hours for Grand Theft Auto 5?
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, what was A and B again?
A is 6 hours for an Xbox 360, and B is 9 hours for a Nintendo Wii.
I'm gonna say. Oh man, this is tough. I have no idea. It's a shot in the dark, really. It's a shot in the dark.
Imagine if
I'm
we
gonna-
didn't give you multiple choice for this one.
I know, right? I'm gonna guess. Oh man, because I know Jeff would wait. I know he'd wait a long time if he really wanted it. So C seems like it's the obvious answer because it's so recent. But I want to say it's A for the 360.
Wrongo.
Ah,
The right answer
Wii?
is 9 hours for
Oh
a
my
Nintendo Wii.
It's funny because I was like,
No.
he would wait 9 hours, but I was like, I don't remember him.
You're like,
I
he
don't
would
remember
wait
him talking
really
about
long.
the Wii like, ever.
The worst part
So-
is it wasn't even for me. My buddy's like, I'm getting a Nintendo Wii. Will you wait with me? And I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's why it didn't make sense to me because I'm like, I don't remember him being like a big Wii guy.
Well, that was a tricky
But also,
That
one.
was a tricky one.
I never
tricky
waited in
question.
line for the PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, so
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
I threw some fake ones in there.
I like it. I like
So
the
you
fake.
got
2.
2 out of 5.
2
2 out of 5.
Alright,
That's
that's
not too bad.
pretty-
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not
You
bad.
know your game show partner 40% well.
20% well.
31 episodes in, 30 or 20, 40% well.
40%.
31
Almost
in,
1% per
40%
episode.
well. I love it.
All right, great. Well, Alex, I'm going to ask you almost the same questions of Clay. So first of all, what
Okay.
is the first system that Clay personally owned? The Super Nintendo, the Xbox Original, the PlayStation 1, or the Sega Genesis?
Xbox original.
Ding, ding, ding. You are correct.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, so we had owned PlayStation and stuff like that, but the first one that I actually owned myself was we did a football fundraiser selling
One that
candles
he
for my football team.
earned. Yes.
And I'd sold like 545 candles to win the Xbox, and it was right when Halo 2 was coming out. But for some reason, it took them 3 months to get the Xbox. But my parents got Halo 2, the Combat Evolved, or the special edition, in the silver case. So I literally had the game, and my parents were getting on the fundraiser coordinators like, "Hey, come on, like, you know, he sold like 4 times as much as the next highest person. Why does he not have this yet?" But I would sit there with Halo in my hand and be like, "I want to play you." And I would just like stare at the case
Play with me.
and look at the booklet and be like, "Wow, this is what Xbox can do. I can't wait to play it."
My God. This is amazing.
But yeah, so that's my story for my Xbox.
Love it.
Beautiful.
If Clay were stuck on a stranded island, what insanely long game would he take with him to beat and get 100% on? Is it Skyrim, Dragon's Quest 8, Baldur's Gate 2, or Xenoblade Chronicles X? 10X?
Ooh. Can you read off the first two choices? It was Skyrim, and what was the second
Dragon
one?
Quest 8.
I'm looking at his face right now to see.
Poker face.
He's gonna like
Dead
blink
stares from
twice.
these eyes.
No, it's all good. That's tough. I don't recall him talking about any of these, and that's a bad sign.
For your sake, I hope you know him better than I know Jeff.
I know, right? I know. I was telling him, I'm like, I'm gonna fail this game. Everyone's gonna question our marriage. What?
It's like, nice job, Jeff.
Right. I'm gonna
Lies.
say. What was the third choice?
Baldur's Gate 2.
Nathan, stop.
And before you ask, the
The
fourth choice
fourth
was
choice? Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, that one is the Xenoblade Chronicles, right?
What?
What's up?
Yeah,
Xenoblade
8X.
Chronicles?
Is that the one you're choosing?
See, I remembered that one. I'm gonna say Dragon Quest.
It is a Skyrim.
That was my
How many
first
times
choice.
have I
I gotta
told you
go
I've
with my
started
gut.
Skyrim like 10 times and I never
You
played
start
like an
a lot
hour.
of games 10 times.
He just foosed
so...
Rod you right there.
I know
That's
he
all right.
did.
Actually, it's
all good.
funny. A lot of the games I wanted to put, I've talked about, and I was like, she would guess like any of the 4 would be like a valid answer. So I'm gonna go with like 3 that I would never.
Nice. Nice.
Thanks.
Well, I did wanna
Thanks
play
for
Dragon
calling
Age,
me
so.
out.
At least we're like
Yeah.
both tricking our partners. Like
That is
it
good.
would have been
Yeah.
messed up if he like, here's 4 layups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Layups.
suck. We should be the podcast owners.
Great. Number 3. What movie would Clay like to experience as a video game? Is it A, Shrek 2, B, Jaws, C, Hardcore Henry, or D, The Fifth Element?
I'm going to say C, Hardcore Henry, only... You're smiling. Clay's smiling. Only because when we saw this in the theaters, he kept turning over to me. He's like, this would be so great as a video game. Like every like
Nice.
25 minutes. And I'm like, I get it. I get it. Let me watch the movie.
Great layup,
I'm
Clay.
missing the plot.
Well, that's interesting that you
Notes
say
it
that,
says-
Nathan, because she is correct.
Wrong? Oh my God, don't do that to me. I was like, I did not sit through that movie and hear that at least 5 different times or nothing.
Nothing.
But it's on my notes it says parentheses in VR, or not in parentheses, but it just says in VR.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
We have two
Cool.
movie theaters in our town, and we're the independent theater one that I work at, and the other one got these
nice.
like leather recliner seats. And my boss said to me and my buddy, he's like, I will pay for your tickets and your concessions if you go watch the movie to see what the experience is like. And we saw Hardcore Henry, and 15 minutes in, I almost puked, so we returned our tickets. I needed that recliner. I'm like, I don't feel good.
That movie gave me
Yes.
some serious, and I don't get sick in movies, but there was one moment where I literally had to look away because I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. But like, it looked like a lot of fun. I was just like, maybe if I
Totally.
watch it on a smaller screen, because that was like a
Yeah.
lot.
Right, it was too much.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but congrats on the right answer. Let's go to number 4.
Thank you.
What is a game you want Alex to play, but no, she probably never will? Is it A, Suikoden 2, B, Age of Empires 2, C, Diablo 3, or D, Dragon Age Origin?
I'm gonna say A.
Is that your final answer?
His face just went.
I'm just changing. I'm just.
Yes,
the-
just because that's a game that's near and dear to his heart, and I have not played
That
it yet.
is correct.
Woo!
Ding, ding, ding.
Nice, but the other ones actually, I talk to her all the time. Like, can we play Diablo
Yes.
3? Can we play Diablo 3?
And I'm like,
Is this the one that you were talking
man,
about
it's
with
really
all the
good.
food?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
Suikoden. Yeah,
That
that's
was
right.
the
That's
one.
right. That's right.
Good memory, Jeff.
I mean, maybe if me and Clay played together, I would have done better than me and Nick. Great. So you guys already
Ooh.
won, but for to whoop us, what's the longest
us.
Clay has waited in line for a store at a store for a game/console launch? The consoles and games are not listed for this one. So is it A, 9 hours, B, 4 hours, C, 12 hours, or D,
Oh, wait,
16
hold on.
hours?
Okay, sorry. Never mind. Yeah.
We'll just
Go
go
ahead.
off it like this, and then you can tell the story.
It doesn't matter. It's extra credit at this
I know,
point.
right?
I know, but we want to double beat you.
All right, fine.
yeah.
We want to.
It was 9 hours, 4 hours, 12 hours, and
16
what?
hours.
16 hours. I'm gonna say 9, just because that sounds realistic, and half of those I went with him.
Oh, well, that was a good question
No.
to ask then, because you are correct.
Yeah, baby! Let's go. We're married.
That's like the best
We're
Muppet.
validated.
That Muppet celebration.
What game or console did you wait 9 hours for?
That's amazing.
It was Modern Warfare 2.
No, Shava. I was gonna put that in.
Would you have known?
I think so.
Were you
yeah.
there?
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. I think I was. That was one of the ones that he was like, "Hey, do you want to come with me? They got pizza." I'm like, "Yeah." I'll go.
Guess who
Pizza.
suggested that
I
question?
think it was that or Halo, I think. Because Modern Warfare 2, there was a tournament at the GameStop that we went to.
Yeah. He was
And
outside in the cold. Everyone was
Oh
like
my god.
trying to play.
but the tournament was on Modern Warfare 2. So we got to play the game leading up into buying the game that night. So that was
That's
pretty
super
cool.
cool.
Didn't they get like swag or something for winning?
Yeah, they had different stuff, but then I don't know what happened, but the next time a big game launched, they're like, "Oh, we got this letter from the state saying that you can't do giveaways and prizes for tournaments that aren't paid entries, blah, blah, blah." So a lot of the fun kind of went down after
Hell.
that, but yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel like any release I went to GameStop after that, they're like, "Hey, who wants this standee?" Someone's like, "Me." I'm like, all right, you can have it.
Okay.
Well, one of our friends works at GameStop, so every time I wanted something, he would take it because he also liked video games. So,
You wouldn't even offer it to me.
no, not at all.
Great. So that was a gaming game. You guys creamed us 4-2. So I think the key is Nathan and I need to get married before we play that again.
Right.
There you
Right.
go.
Eloped.
Ask Emily first.
I know. I was almost like
Shannon.
maybe we should have Emily answer the questions in the chat, and Nathan's not allowed to look.
Aw.
But yeah, so we suck. Let's move
That was
on
fun, though.
to our main segment of the night. We're going to talk about the holidays because as you listen to this, it is at least Christmas week. There's other holidays that I'm not well informed on, and I am sorry. So first, we're going to go around and let's talk about what are your holiday traditions, and due to the pandemic, what are you doing this year because you can't do your normal traditions. So Alex, we'll start with you.
Ooh, I don't have any plans. That's how that's how much the pandemic has affected my holiday traditions. But normally, Clay would be here and we would actually go and we normally get like pajamas for one another and we like wear them the night of Christmas
Cute.
Eve. And then in the morning we wake up, we unwrap our gifts and then our cat likes to go to town on the gift wrap. So that's her little tradition. But after that, we'll go over to my parents' house and then we'll go over to his mom's house and then his dad's house. And then we come home and we are dead tired.
Nice.
And we normally crash pretty early. But I mean, I think that's going to change very obviously. So I'm going to keep the tree up until January. We're going to do our Christmas presents in January and all of the fun stuff in January. So I saved Halloween candy. I saved a pumpkin roll. I saved a few other things so that when Clay gets home, it's kind of the same.
That face.
Good. I just want like the candy bowl to be full with like empty wrappers. Be like, I got hungry.
I couldn't wait. I'm sorry.
Well, okay. So I actually did buy a big Halloween bag of 120 pieces. I'm like, this is for Clay.
Wow.
I finished it this week. And I'm like, I'm the worst. So I went out and I got his favorite candy. And I'm like, I have Halloween candy.
Again.
Again.
Every day you're like digging into the bag like, I can't do this, but I have to.
But I am.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, forgive me. But we did get to we did get to watch. Normally we watch Spirited Away every year because that was our first date that we went to when we got back together. So Alex drew a picture for me, and I have the ticket stubs in the back of the picture. It's framed in our house. So
I didn't want to cry again.
So we got to actually stream that together. So that was cool. And then so that's like the one tradition we were able to keep. Even with me being away.
For technology.
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
It's true though.
Discord and movies.
I guess I could ask the same question of Clay because you'll be actually not together on the holiday around the holidays themselves. So Clay, what have been like your family traditions, and what are you doing this year?
The pajamas thing was something that my family always did. We always open one gift on Christmas Eve, and we had to be excited every year, even though we knew it was going to be pajamas for the pictures the next morning. But that was our big thing. And then my birthday is Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah.
So
nice.
The gifts and stuff is kind of different. So my birthday I really don't care too much about. So like around the holidays, normally it'd be celebrated like in January. My parents were like, hey, we had to buy Christmas gifts for your siblings, so we need to recover a little bit. But the cool thing is that they did this because most people I know who have like December birthdays are always combined with Christmas.
I got 2 extra presents.
Yeah, I opened up a gift. But yeah, so like Christmas time's always been kind of weird for me because I celebrate the holiday more than like my birthday. But yeah, this year it's pretty.
That stinks.
Insert fart noise.
That was from his mouth.
Yeah.
I didn't see
He didn't like lift his leg and put
his mouth didn't move at all. That was impressive.
No, it was lag. It was lag on the video. But no, but yeah. So this year I'm not doing too much, but looking forward to being back home and still having the tree up and stuff. So that'll be
awesome.
Cool.
It'll be up for like one day and then I'll put it away.
I'll
I'll be like, okay, I'm done.
I think one year we kept our tree up till next December.
Oh, Nathan or Emily just mentioned in chat we kept ours up until like April, like late April this year.
Okay.
Because one of our friends shamed us, and yeah. But I don't feel bad anymore. Nathan went a whole year.
Yeah, we decorated it like accordingly to the holidays. So when it was Valentine's Day, we just covered it in like red and hearts.
That's cool though.
Okay, well, we didn't touch ours at all.
It's just like a boring ass tree with lights on it.
All right. Well, no one said it was boring,
Lots
so
of dust.
thanks.
It looks like the one behind him. Actually,
I meant
that's
like
their tree.
I pictured you guys taking all the Christmas ornaments off, but then leaving the tree up. That's
No,
what I pictured happening.
we did not do that.
Okay.
It was just behind a table in the corner that we
part.
couldn't
Why would you
get
do
to.
that?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay. All right. Nathan, what about you this year?
Well, normally, since I've been living down here, we would be coming from our apartment to come hang out with our my in-laws, and we'd spend Christmas morning with them. But then Christmas Eve, usually we would go to a friend's house, and we'd have dinner there the night before. And then at some point during the month, I'd go see my mom up north. I'd visit them probably like towards the beginning of the month, and then I'd visit my dad at some point as well. But this year, of course, it's very different, obviously.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that I have babies now. So it's even more.
You do?
Oh yeah,
Nathan
I
has
have two,
kids?
actually. I have 2 actually. They're girls, and
I mean,
No,
but I
but,
still come first, right?
right.
Oh, okay, great.
No. But yeah, it's gonna be very different this year. Obviously not seeing my dad or my mother. We're gonna be just doing like FaceTime and Zoom to see them, and so they can see the babies and everything. And then since I've been living with my in-laws, we're already here for Christmas morning, so that actually is not changing. so that tradition's still staying the same. Um, but I think the biggest thing is just going to be having my daughters around, because we have gifts wrapped for them. We're going to have them tear into presents. Like, they barely know they don't know what they're doing, but it's part of the whole new experience having kids, and it being more magical now with kids. And my father-in-law is going to dress up as Santa Claus, and he's going to take pictures with them, and it's going to be sweet. It's going to be really
That's
sweet,
cool.
and I'm looking forward to it.
I love
Very
that.
cute.
Yeah.
Great. So for mine, it was very different pre and post relationship. Like, child of divorce. So I would go. It was like a schedule. We would have like Christmas Eve at my grandparents', and then like everyone on this side of the family would go there. We would open our presents, and then we'd mostly get money. So my cousin and my sister would be like, "What stores are open? We have to go right now." And then we would go back to my parents' house that night, and then my mom always gave us pajamas that we have to wear, including the one year that she gave me and Emily women's pajamas. We both got women's pajamas.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so the last couple of years I think we stayed over at her house, and then, but when it was just me, then I would go to my grandparents' house in Sacramento during the day after opening Christmas presents at home in the morning. And then I would be back by the next day. But now I have to squeeze Emily's family in there as well. And like, when we both got together, we both had the excitement. Like, great, we normally do our stuff on Christmas Eve, so we can do whatever we want on our partner's day. But the major day for both of us is Christmas Eve.
Right.
So that didn't turn out to be a benefit for anybody.
Gotcha.
This year, we were still going to try to do my grandpa's house. Everyone was going to get tested, but some people weren't
Right.
feeling well, and to err on the side of caution, I think we're just staying here this year.
Okay.
And everyone's going to do it from home. Like, most people sent over presents already.
That's cool.
We'll probably check in on Zoom. And yeah, it's going to be rough. But it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's less traveling. I'm cool with that. Like,
Right.
I'm cool with sticking at home.
Totally. I mean, I don't know if anybody feels the same, but I feel like as we get closer to Christmas, I don't feel like it's Christmas time. I think it's just because you're not out and about seeing everybody getting stuff for the holidays. I don't know. It's a very different vibe this year, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not hearing enough Christmas music because I'm not like driving to work, listening to it on the way to work. It's totally different. And I don't know. It just doesn't feel like Christmas. So I'm hoping that Christmas Day, it does. I'm hoping that when I see my girls open presents and everybody's together, I hope it makes up for the lack of the holiday season feel that's not there right now.
Mm-hmm. Usually we're playing Christmas music at our movie theater, and it goes from like the day after Thanksgiving until New Year's Day. So I am very thankful to not hear that.
Gotta love that retail. that
All
retail
the time.
motto.
Yeah. And like
God.
usually I have to squeeze a shift in there too, because in a movie theater, like Christmas is the busiest day of the year, like every year.
Oh, I bet. Because everyone wants to go out and hang out with their family and go see a movie together.
They're like, oh, I don't want to entertain my family at home. I'll just take them to a movie and we don't have to talk. This is great.
Yeah.
That's so
We don't
true,
have
though.
to talk. That's the best thing. We don't have to talk at all. We can just sit there in silence.
I don't have to make food. We don't have to talk. And then later we just talk about the movie. Like that's.
And then we leave, and then we can
and
say
then we
goodbye.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
funny.
expect so many movies to release like on Christmas Day, but they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So.
Did on purpose.
Yeah, that's how ours is going to change this year. Great. So we're going to move on to our next question. The best video game related gift you've ever received. This could be for the holidays. It could be for your birthday. But talk about your favorite video game related gift. Nathan, you go first.
Okay, cool. For mine, it's funny because it's I don't really remember so much as getting the gift as I remember sneaking the gift. 'Cause it was the year I got Grand Theft Auto 3 for the PlayStation 2. And I had asked for it. It was like the only gift that I'd asked for pretty much. That was it. And my mom wrapped it, but it's obvious. Like, I wonder which one's the game case. I mean, it's like clearly like the shape of a PlayStation 2 case. You shake it, you hear the disc inside. So this was like maybe 3 weeks before Christmas, and it's under the tree. And I'm like, that's Grand Theft Auto 3 right there. I know it's Grand Theft Auto 3. So, me being impatient, I very carefully unwrapped the present. I just unwrapped the top part and like slid the case out, opened it, took the disc out, slid the case back in, wrapped it back up. And I just played the game for 3 weeks. leading up to Christmas. And it was the best part.
Wow.
The best part. My mom would come into my room and I'd be playing it. She's like, "Oh, yeah, dinner's ready." I'm like, "Okay, cool, thanks." And then she just leave. She has no idea what the game is. She doesn't know what the game looks like. Like I could have been playing anything, and she would have not known. So I feel bad today, like ruining it. But I acted so surprised when I opened it too. Like, oh my
It's
god!
fantastic.
Did you ever tell her? Did you ever come clean?
I don't think it. Oh no, I must. I know. I think I did. I want to say I did. And if I haven't, I'm going to. But I'm pretty sure.
Have her listen to the podcast.
I know,
I
right?
was like, she hasn't listened to this podcast.
Break the news that way.
Right, but I'll never forget that because I was like, man, I got away with that, and because I just could not, I could not wait to play Grand Theft Auto 3. That was like a huge game for me, and it still sticks with me to this day, and that moment, obviously. So I was a bad kid that Christmas.
How old were you?
It was the year it came out. I don't know what year that was.
Let me look that up. GTA 3 release date.
Forget
2001,
when.
so you were like 15,
Was 14?
14, 15, yeah.
Yeah, 14, 15.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I was a teen. I was a sneaky teenager.
I feel like if your mom knew what the game was, she might not have gotten it for you.
I know, right? She had no idea. My mom had no idea. She just got whatever I wanted, pretty much.
It's called Grand Theft Auto, so I know.
Yeah, I was spoiled as a kid. I really was.
Fair. Clay, tell us about your favorite gaming related gift.
So like as I got a little bit older, in my kid years, I was a horrible human being in Big Brother, and I would always have my siblings sneak into my parents' closets to tell me all the gifts that were up there.
Oh man,
So I never had any surprises for gifts.
that sucks.
After like 8, but I have 2, well 3.
I never had surprises.
I'll
so
go through them
here's
really
3
quick.
stories.
I'll go through them quick. One, I got World of Warcraft and the Burning Crusade for Easter in 2007, so that was cool because it's a game that Alex and I still play together to this day. So if I hadn't played that, I would have much different friends and stuff than I do right now. And then Alex got me the PlayStation VR, which has been really cool to experience Resident Evil 7.
Oof.
And a couple other things on there, just random stuff. But
When did you get it
2018
to celebrate?
to celebrate. I was trying to find the picture.
Alex had this look on her face like, you better know what this is.
My teeth start
It was to
grinding.
celebrate
Tell
us.
Her
me.
teeth fall out of her face and just like blood comes out of her mouth. Like, what's going on?
It was to celebrate us.
Yes, our 10
Aw.
years.
10
Wow.
years,
10
dang.
years.
10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Like just being together.
Yeah,
10
yeah.
years, 10 years of knowing each other.
Oh,
because I
wow.
proposed
Yeah.
10 years on the day of knowing each other, and then we got married.
Man.
that
So,
year,
yeah, I got him the VR and he got me a ring.
Ooh,
I was like, whoa, okay.
Clay made out like a
put a ring
bandit
on
on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a PS4
And
and put a
then,
ring on it.
Actually, I'll end it there. That was a good
That
one.
was a
Yeah.
cute one. Now you lost
That's
your other
awesome.
story because you used your good one first.
Right?
That's okay.
Alex, what about you?
So, definitely looking back at it, it had to be my Game Boy Color that I got. And I don't remember if I got it for my 8th or 9th birthday, but I remember I had gotten Pokemon Yellow with it, the Rugrats movie game on it, as well as Link's Awakening and a few others. And I remembered when I unwrapped it at my birthday party, my older cousin at the time was like, don't blow, onto your game or into your game. And I was like, I'm not supposed to breathe on this. So what I used to do is I would wrap a scarf around my face and I'd play it like far away from me and not breathe
Oh.
onto it because they were my older cousin. I was like, they know everything. Like they know something that I don't.
Oh my god.
And I didn't find out until one of my friends was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I can't breathe on my game.
Mhm.
And they're like, no. You don't blow into the cartridge. And I, to this day, question everything my cousin tells me. But yes, that was actually the first console that I did not have to share with my little brother, though he did accidentally delete my file for Pokemon Yellow. I'm still very salty about it,
man.
but that was one of the consoles handhelds that I did not have to share with my younger brothers
That is nice.
Wow.
at the time.
Mine
That's
is
a great
also
story.
the same
Precious.
console. Right after I got the PlayStation 1, so 4 months later was Christmas. Christmas Eve, we all went to my grandparents' house, and they got me a couple PlayStation games, but I opened one, and it was like Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball for the Game Boy Color. And I was like, Nana,
Nice.
I don't have a Game Boy. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. We'll return it and get another one. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I just kept like looking at him like, I can't believe they got me a Game Boy game. But we always saved the big present for last, and it was like a gigantic like square. And I opened it up, and it was like a Costco package, and it had like a yellow Game Boy Color. It had like Pokemon Yellow, and it had like a carrying case. And this is what I wanted. This is perfect because you got me the game by accident. Like, I did not occur to me.
Wow.
I love that so much. I can just see that.
I was like, I just thought it was an honest mistake, but it was. Yeah, I remember that one fondly. Like, I appreciated that one much more than the PlayStation for my birthday. And I played that one for so long. Like, I got the light that clips on top of the Game Boy because I would play on long road trips, and fond memories.
Good times.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Awesome. So very exciting. We're gonna move on to our next segment. Great. So we're going to be giving away some prizes. You guys have been throwing your names into the hat, and we have been collecting them. Emily, you should have a list of 7 names now to put into the randomizer. Is that correct?
Yes, I think so. Let me check.
Okay. Thank you.
Randomizer. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 7 names.
All right. So what's going to happen is Emily is going to run the names into the randomizer, and then whoever comes out as number 1. Why are you laughing?
Alex's comment in Twitch.
Oh. What did it say?
That's good. You can poop with them.
Should
Yes,
I read
please.
that
Read
one?
it.
So, Flax Games said, old school portables are the best. And I said, you can
Absolutely
poop with
can
them.
poop with them.
Poop with them. Yes. Yes, indeed. And then your legs are numb when you're done.
Yes, you
You
have that
think
They
ring.
fall over. Dead legs.
Perfect. Awesome. So everyone sent me a list of game systems that they have. They sent us a list. I'm sorry, not me. And then if you sent us a wish list, we're going to go through your wish list and decide as a team what we're going to send you. So, Emily, can you enter the randomizer now?
All right. Number 1 is Paul.
Paul. All right, let's.
Yay!
Nice.
Congratulations, Paul.
Congrats.
All right. Sorry, was someone going to add something there?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Paul put in 2 entries, but we only took one of them. Tisk tisk.
Paul, I'll have to have a talk with him.
Oh, Paul.
I just called out
what
Paul
the-
on the air. So I want to check.
dude.
It's okay. He's laughing right
Oh,
now.
that's good.
I want to
Maybe.
check out both. There we go. All right. So didn't include any wish list, but pointed out that they have Steam, PlayStation Network, and Nintendo, and left no other notes. What do you guys think? What should we give him a gift card for?
You can always contact him too because he's in Alex's Discord.
cute.
So we can say like, what preference would you like? Since you didn't fill it out,
Specify.
but you did it twice.
You filled it out but twice and didn't fill it out. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, let's leave it at that for now. So congratulations, Paul. You're going to win
Cool.
a prize priced at $20 or less.
Something.
Great. Emily, can you enter the list again, but without Paul?
Yes.
Please put Paul back in the list.
Paul's like, I entered twice. I'm on there twice.
Yeah, I am.
Paul
in there.
entry 2.
Paul entry 2.
Just like
Well,
it's like
Paul, you'll
instead
be
of
getting-
Paul, it's like Paula.
Yeah, Paula. Yeah, exactly.
That's Law Pimpin.
It says Paul backwards. Lop. Or Lwop. I don't know. Something like
Y'all
that.
ready for our second winner?
Yes,
We are ready.
Yes.
Our second winner is Isaac.
Isaac.
Woo!
Isaac, who is a regular
Congratulations.
watcher of the show, goes by Zach. We remember.
yes.
Zach has an Xbox. What games under $20 are you interested in receiving? anything, and then happy with anything Xbox related. So I think the best gift to give here is a $20 Xbox gift card,
Yay!
which we're
Very
going to be
nice.
sending to your email. So congratulations, Isaac. Is Isaac in the chat?
He's not, unfortunately.
Is Zan's in the
Fan
chat?
of the show.
Is Zan's in the chat?
Take his name out.
Zan's isn't
Somebody
in
else.
either. Zan's isn't either.
They normally watch together.
I think it's because I haven't been streaming. So
They're mad at you.
I'm sorry.
All right.
If only you were consistent.
I know.
Emily, why don't you give us the next name?
The next name is Brandon Popper.
Brandon Popper.
Brandon Papa.
Congratulations. Maybe we'll find. Oh, we finally got someone with a wish list. This is exciting.
All right. Nice.
So they gave me an Amazon link, and it was only one thing, and it was a book. Star Wars
Oh.
Book of Sith,
Nice.
Oh.
which is very exciting. But they did give me a Steam wish list, so I'm going to go through. It's a very long list, and I'm going to name off.
They're like, we're not going to go through the list.
I'm going to name off everything that's priced at $20 and less, and we're going to decide what to
What
give
kind
them.
of taste they have.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So DuckTales remastered. That's
Oh.
cute.
Ooh.
And then they have on here Valkyria. Is that how you say it? Valkyria.
Valkyrie?
It's ends with an A though.
It's Valkyria.
Oh,
Valkyria
okay.
Chronicles. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Stranded Deep, Besiege, War Tile, Tavern Tycoon, Batman: The Telltale Series, Kingdoms and Castles, Dungeon Painter Studio. Oh, they're kind of artsy. I like that.
Artsy, nice.
Age of History 2, but that's only $5. Pinball FX3, Star Wars Pinball.
Buy it 4 times.
You and 4 friends.
We got you 4 copies.
Yeah, right. Give me 4 copies of pinball.
Hammer Helm, Batman, The Telltale Series Part 2, The Enemy Within. Filmmaker Tycoon. Oh, that reminds me of that movies game that you used to have
Yeah,
by
the
the Sims
movies.
people.
Oh, that game
I wonder
was
if it's
great.
very similar. Outward, which is normally $40, on sale for $12. That seems like a good deal.
Ooh, that is.
Iratus, Lord of the Dead. That's probably how you pronounce it. Star Valor. This is a really long list. Congratulations. Outlaws of the Old West. Chef, a restaurant tycoon game. Swag and Sorcery. Creatures Inc. Disney's Hercules for $5.99. Wingspan.
nice.
The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance Tactics. Founder's
What?
Fortune.
Ooh. Tactics? Huh.
Interesting.
Pillars of Dust.
I've never heard of that.
Fell Seal, Arbiter's Mark. Man, I need to expand my game knowledge. And the last one, Kingdoms
I
Reborn.
was gonna say, isn't that neat?
Kingdoms Reborn. Okay.
Is there?
I would suggest.
Isn't it-
I would suggest a game that actually there's an ending to it. Maybe.
That's good. Yeah, like
Um,
a complete story.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would suggest.
Did anything catch anyone's ear?
I mean, I don't know how the Batman Telltale Stories was. Like, did you play that, Jeff?
I started it, and it like of their more recent games, it did get a lot more positive press than the other ones did.
Okay.
Anything from anyone else? Any thoughts?
Maybe one. I don't know.
That's the cool thing. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just gonna say he has a lot of tycoon games on there too, though. So
Mhm.
I'm wondering if he really
Yeah.
is like into like the sim building, the sim type of games. He's also Stranded Deep, which is also a sim game, survival sim. So I don't know. It's a tough call, really.
True.
Maybe we should just reach out.
I think the one that's on sale too. That one seems like a
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one that was
$40
on a
one
big
for
sale,
12.
like
For
it's a
12.
better.
Yeah.
Probably could get him a couple games.
Yeah, I was like, if we got him the Batman Telltale or like one of the $15 ones, we can get the $5 one as well. It's just going to add
Yeah.
up to 20.
Yeah, yeah.
The Outward was regular 40 down to 12, so we can get them that and something else.
All right.
And Disney's Hercules.
Disney's
Sounds good.
Hercules, that one caught my eye too. I really like that one.
Yeah.
I think we found our 2 winners. Let's give them Outward and Disney's Hercules. Congratulations,
Cool.
Brandon.
Yay!
Ooh, nice.
Spoilers, I think Brandon's the only one that gave us a wish list, so the rest of them are going to be gift cards.
Yay! Gift cards are easy though,
love
because some people change their minds sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
true. And everyone gave us
Yeah.
their email, so it's really easy just to slip those
Yeah.
over.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right, Emily, give us the next one.
Next winner is Nick Joyce.
Yay!
Yay.
Ooh.
Nice.
He's,
nice.
that's my coworker.
Oh,
He's the one gritting his
Oh,
teeth,
cool.
clenching his teeth.
nice. All right, I would like to withdraw Nick from the entry. Is there anything else you would like to add? Nick said Nathan is handsome as heck, and I wasn't included anywhere in this note. But he said, what other gifts under $20 are you interested in receiving? And he said, surprise me, but the only system that he has is a PlayStation. So Nathan, unless you could think of something specific to give to Nick.
Okay, let's put it this way. He loves Spider-Man to death. So, and I think he has all the DLC currently for Spider-Man. So I really can't think of anything that's going to be under $20. I would suggest a PlayStation gift card, if anything.
Let's go a PlayStation gift card. Hooray!
Then he can pick what he wants, because I know he also has, a kid and a wife, and he's busy. He's busy.
That's fair. All right, good. Okay, that's 3.
Is that 4?
Oh,
Paul, Brandon, Nick, and
Isaac.
Yeah.
Okay,
Isaac,
all right.
yeah.
Emily, give us one more.
The last winner for tonight is Zan's.
Yeah.
Woo! Zion!
We look very
The bro of Zach.
We look very biased there, but that's okay.
That's okay.
That's the only
There
reason
wasn't
why
that many
we didn't know.
entries.
Zan said Zan said Xbox, anything under $20 is fine, and the note is you guys rock, and that's how you compliment all of us.
Aw, that's
And
awesome.
that's why
And that's why
Zan's
they
is
won.
getting
That's
a
it.
$20 gift card.
Yay!
Yeah. Well, congratulations to the people who won via drawing.
Very nice.
But we only had 2 people that lost, and that was Aaron and Flax Games.
Flax.
So we're gonna send them gift cards as well. So congratulations, everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
There you go. I was gonna say,
Yay!
I was like, name and shame. That's horrible. Like, wow,
No, it would have been
7
awful.
people.
I was like, well,
5
that
got
sucks
drawn.
for Aaron.
You two lost.
Well, I'm sorry. Better luck next year.
We're going to send them gift cards as well. Thank you guys all for playing. Spread the word about the podcast. Tell them who sent you these.
Yes.
And you won free
Tell
stuff.
them.
And give us a review.
Sent
Give us a
you.
review on
Ooh, that-
iTunes.
Yeah, we'll read them.
Cards.
We'll,
Whatever you
yeah,
get.
give us a review on iTunes. Give us a review of the game that you buy with the gift card,
Yes.
which I think.
I love it.
Yeah, so do that. Send that to us. We'll read them on the air. We'll read our reviews on the air, good or bad. You could trash
Yes.
us. Please
That's right.
don't, but you can.
Please don't.
Wait
One
until
star.
Clay and I are off, and then you can trash them.
Okay,
you
fair
go.
enough. Fair enough.
I'm kidding.
Trash
Alex-
the
Alex
remaining
is like,
people
is-
on the
is
show.
She comes as an alias. What a horrible show.
Never.
I know.
Great. So that was a lot of fun. I know that wasn't a lot of work for everybody, but that was fun. Thank you guys. We are going to move on to our next game, which is, as always, with Clay and Alex, Video Game Taboo. Yes. However, we are switching partners.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Mild
I didn't know.
shock.
You gotta play the transition sound backwards.
Nice.
I see it right there.
Alex is going to
don't
describe
have
the
to move
games
either.
to me, and then Nathan's going to
Yes.
describe them to Clay.
Right.
And we're going to see.
Oh, Godspeed.
These are going to be
You
described
got
to
this,
people with
dude.
no relevant personal experience to draw upon. So you have to have knowledge of the game or be really good at Taboo.
True.
So which team would like to go first?
I'm going to nominate Jeff and Alex.
Oh, great.
Since,
Thank you.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is the
that's
fine. It was Jeff's
equivalent.
idea
This
to
is the
switch.
equivalent of who'd like to do the problem on the board, and Nathan's like Jeff.
His hand was up. You didn't see Teach, but his hand was up.
That sounds like the Mortal Kombat toasty.
All right. So me and Alex are going to play first.
Okay, I got a timer.
Cool.
Thank you.
Ugh.
All right. You guys ready?
I feel extra.
Yes.
Down your mark. Get set. Go.
He is Justice, fourth game following Blank Origins. You made a parallel to this game with No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk earlier on in
Batman,
the show.
Arkham Knight. Okay.
Yes, correct. Okay, this one, it's a side-scroller, how do I describe him? Featuring a slimy, wriggler humanoid who wears
Earthworm Jim.
a robotics suit. Yes. This game is notorious for causing what I consider DIMS, or motion sickness and nausea, induced by the game. I believe it's an FPS, and you're up against the undead and demons.
Oh,
It moves fast. I believe it was published by Bethesda.
that was it. Dying Light.
No,
It's a zombie game.
kind of.
Can we pass?
Yes. It's a third person and an FPS sequel featuring ground and space battles. Takes place during the Clone Wars, Galactic Civil War,
Star Wars
and the
Battlefront
First
2?
Order and Resistance. Yes. Second Fast Blue Hedgehog
Sonic the
game.
Hedgehog. You said
Yes.
you didn't say
She did say hedgehog. That doesn't count.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dramatic interactive game featuring a group of horny and angsty young adults who try to survive the night on Blackwood Mountain.
Oh.
It's produced by Supermassive Games.
Oh no.
Man of Medan.
What?
That's time.
Think of Man of
That's
Medan.
it?
That's time.
Dang.
Yeah. The other two, it was Wolfenstein 2
I should have known that.
and Tales from the Borderlands.
okay.
So was that 3?
Well,
It would have been 4 with...
he got Batman Arkham Knight, Earthworm Jim. He didn't get Doom. He got Battlefront 2, and then he didn't get
3.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I feel like I
because-
let Alex
yeah.
down.
It's okay. It's okay. I shouldn't have said hedgehog. I was just like, oh, perfect. Let me say hedgehog. Oh, wow.
The blue hedgehog.
A blue hedgehog.
Hedgehog.
His name's Sonic. Dang it.
He's named after the
okay.
Sonic toothbrushes, and he's a blue hedgehog.
All right. Are you ready, Clay?
My bad.
Yeah.
I got a timer. Okay. Get some breaths in and away. We go. What do you put out with water?
With water?
What do you put out with water?
Fire.
Yes, okay.
Fire.
This guy's on top of a tower.
Firewatch.
Yes. Next one, it's this multiplayer game. It's a bunch of guys wearing crazy outfits, knocking each other.
Fall Guys.
Yes. This one, this was your game of the Give It an Hour game.
Dishonored.
Not the first one.
2.
Yes.
Dishonored 2.
Yep. Okay, this was from a series. This is the 4th in the series, and it's apparently the worst out of all of them. And it was just announced that another one is coming.
Fable 4.
No, the Game Awards. It was announced as the last trailer that showed at the Game Awards. It's takes place in space. Shepard.
Mass Effect.
Shepard, yes.
Mass Effect.
It's the 4th one.
1, 2, 3. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yes. This one's the first person shooter where you're storming Normandy Beach, I believe. It's a
Metal.
it's a very famous first person shooter.
Call of Duty. World War II.
Yes. This one is oh man, I can't. Oh, say it's a racing game. Very popular on the is it the Xbox? I think it's the Xbox. Yeah, it's
Forza.
Yeah, and it's what do you see in the distance when the sun's coming?
Forza Horizon.
Yes. And then this one is the blue guy that Jeff mentioned earlier.
Sonic the
Oh
Hedgehog
my
2.
God.
But it's
Sonic the Hedgehog 1.
no. What's my Twitch handle?
Sonic Adventures. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Was the
That's
timer
7.
even on?
Huh? Yeah, I just finished.
And literally, you could hear, "Hey, listen."
Yeah, I just finished.
As I was saying,
I didn't hear
couldn't.
it either.
It just finished.
This is
Wait,
rigged.
did you say you got 7?
listen in post.
Yeah, because we exactly. Yeah, because he got Sonic Adventure 2 before Navi said, "Hey, listen," and then the last one I didn't get in was Soma.
Oh,
Give
that's
me
the,
some of that.
on PS4.
Soma, give
Yeah.
me some of that. Yeah, so it was Fire.
Some of
Yeah, so right, he
that.
got Firewatch, Mass Effect Andromeda, Fall Guys, Call of Duty World War II, Dishonored 2, Forza Horizon, and Sonic Adventure 2.
So I think the key
Nice.
to doing well is having Nathan go second, and so he can look at he sounded very prepared, and the numbers of ums and ahs went down drastically.
Hey, I've been
Yes.
practicing. I've been practicing my ums and ahs.
You practiced
haven't
with
noticed.
the wrong person.
Thanks for making me a double
You're
winner
just
tonight,
jealous.
guys.
You're just jealous.
I am. What the hell?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
fine.
There's always next time,
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure
It happens.
It's fine.
That's fine.
True. True.
It's not my thing. It's not my
Cool.
thing. Great.
It's not my thing. Yeah.
So that was Video Game Taboo. We got brutalized, but that's okay. We're gonna move on to
Is it?
what?
Is it?
I think
Speak
one of
for
my
yourself,
highlights
Jeff.
is Alex described the game as a third-person FPS.
Well, I was trying to say it was a third-person shooter and an FPS, but it came out. It came out
I got
messed
stuck
up.
on.
Third person FPS.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm
It's okay.
sorry.
I wouldn't have
should've
gotten
started
Wolfenstein
with like
anyway, or
ground
Doom.
and space battles. Yeah.
Well, I was sitting there, I was like, Doom, Doom. Like,
He's like mouthing it.
You're all muted.
it wasn't even.
Good
That's
times.
great.
All right, so we're gonna move on to give it an hour. We all four played games that were off of our own backlog.
Makes
Games
sense.
that we already wanted to play to determine if we're gonna continue to leave them on our backlog, or cross them off for good. So I'm gonna go first. I played. I guess I said it wrong. The Sexy Brutale.
Brutal, yeah.
And the way the game works is the staff of the building is killing the guests, and you have to save them one or two at a time. You can't be in the same room as anyone in this game, and if you are, like, the spirit of their mask tries to kill you. So you can't intervene directly. You have to intervene indirectly to alter their lives so that they don't end up dying.
I like that.
Yeah, so lots of stuff was happening in the game. You hear gunshots, you see people dropping from windows, but those might not be your immediate task. So like there's a clock in the game that goes from noon to midnight, and it like at 4 o'clock you see the guy fall outside dead, but you just have to ignore it for now because he's not the guy you're trying to save. So it was super
Oh my
interesting.
gosh.
Saving
really
lives, saving someone's lives, their mask moves over to you and you get a specific power. Like one guy gave me 12 hours instead of the 5. One lady gave me the ability to unlock doors that were previously locked. So it was a really interesting mechanic.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I booted up the game. The number one thing I didn't like going in was I don't like the proportions of the art style. It was like kind of like everyone had a really big head and they just kind of scooted around. And something about that art style really doesn't sit well with me. But the longer I played, the less I worried about it. But I did not like the speed of the movement. You couldn't go faster or slower. It was just like, this is what you're stuck with. I think this game would have been well fitted for some solid voice acting. Because it wasn't really a mystery of like who killed who. Like most of the time you can watch, you know who's doing the killing, and you know well ahead of time, so you can stop them as you need to go. So I think I would have been a bit more engaged if there was some voice acting going along with it.
Gotcha.
Music was really fun, but it was very repetitive on some of the songs. So after like 3 seconds, it would loop. I was like, I can't listen to this forever. I thought it would be cool to have a game similar to this, like in Back to the Future 2, where Marty goes back to get the almanac from Biff, and he has to avoid himself. So if you got like a perfect run, you could like lock it in. You're like, okay, I can't go in that door at 4 o'clock. I thought that would be fun as well. But the puzzles were really interesting and surprisingly difficult. I actually had to Google one of the solutions just because I had no idea where I was going, and I did. And then it was a YouTube
Within 1 hour?
walkthrough, which is pretty much canon on the PlayStation 5 now.
Okay.
Got it.
Some of the deaths were pretty gnarly.
good.
Like I went to a clock tower and this woman was like hanging from the bell. And then like
wow.
I just needed to figure out how she did it, and I like hid in a closet, and she came in. She goes, "Goodbye, world," and she ties it around her neck and just jumps.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's like Omen right
Yeah,
there.
it was great. I
Yeah,
didn't
no
expect it to
joke.
be that dark, but it was great.
Wow.
But
It was the way you said it. That's why I laughed. It wasn't the subject matter. It's just the
my
bluntness of it. I'm sure she doesn't say exactly that.
Yeah, we're like, that's so funny.
but like I really felt like I got it. Like I felt good when I figured out what was going on, and like a very simple thing I can alter just alters their complete day, and you can save them.
That's so cool.
The weird part is after you save them, you're like, okay, they're saved, and then you restart the day, and then you just have to let them die because you're worrying about the next guy.
Weird.
So like my instinct was to go save the other guy again, and I thought I would have to get the perfect day. But the way it works is you just save everyone one day at a time, and then I think once you have all of their mask powers, they're all saved.
that's cool.
I really like this game. Is supposedly about 5 hours. I think it's going to be about 7 to 8 to me because I'm a moron. But it's the perfect length for me. I thought the puzzles were all really satisfying. I really like the concept of a Groundhog Day like game. Yeah, so it wasn't as captivating as I hoped it would be, but I still enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it a lot, and it was short enough for me to want to go back to it and finish it. So I'm going to keep it on my backlog.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Alex,
Very nice. Do you
what?
think?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, a question for Jeff, real quick. Do you think once you've unlocked everything, do you think you'll be able to do a perfect playthrough having all the powers, or is some just impossible for you?
I like it's 12 hours, but I think an hour is about a minute. So there's no way that you can go through and save everyone in one day.
And
that
then
would be dope.
Gotcha. So,
my second question is, does playing this make you any more excited for that new game that's coming out with the shooter game?
I think it's a Bethesda one, right? Like the first person shooter.
Deathloop?
Yeah,
I think
Deathloop.
so.
Yeah, I've been super.
Does playing that make you more excited?
Yeah, I'm hoping that one gives me like the itch that this one didn't quite scratch. I'm a little concerned that it's a first person, the Deathloop.
Yeah,
because that's usually not my thing, but I'm definitely gonna give that one a shot anyway.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Alex, you played Spider-Man, right?
I played Spider-Man. Don't forget the hyphen.
Sorry, I didn't say it with the hyphen. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It was a joke.
I can read the review from Paul if you'd like first.
Yes, read Paul's review.
This is from Paul Limpin. I believe this is the same Paul that won tonight.
Yes,
That's
one.
fantastic.
All right,
so Paul said, I actually just finished Spider-Man the other day. Great open world, tons of things to do. The backpacks were my favorite collectibles to collect. If you are a fan of Spider-Man, whether it being from the comics or the movies, Spider-Man has something for everyone.
Cute.
Thank you, Paul. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Winter Paul.
Thank you, Winter Paul.
Can't wait for summer, Paul.
I gotta go.
Oh,
Zing.
yeah. Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, copy paste his answer. That's basically what what I said. I basically said that I loved it. Let me pull up my notes really quick. It was very open world. The fighting style took me back to the Batman Arkham games, which I loved. I loved just decking dudes. Like that was like
decking dudes.
And just like the meaty punches. I'm like, I am justice.
Right.
You know, it's great. I love the puzzles. I was geeking out. So I was screen sharing my hour with Clay, and the lab spectrographs that you do. I was geeking out so hard because I actually did those same tests in the lab as an undergrad. We would shoot photons of light at different particles to see what compounds they
That's
were.
so cool.
So being able to like match them up, I was like having a moment. I'm like, oh my God, this is so exciting. So that was cool to see the science represented very well there. I mean, very, very basic, but it's still a nice nod to it. Cool. Let's see, what else did I write? All around, the game, the music, everything just felt so nostalgic and comforting to me, and I will certainly be continuing this game. Like Paul said, there's so much to do, and I feel like this is just a very beefy game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and like a really good way. And I've heard that, you cry at the end, and I love crying. So
Such a fan.
Oh yeah.
I'm all for it. I'm going to keep on my backlog.
And Jeff, you platinumed this, right?
I platinumed the original, and I'm on my way to platinum the remastered as well.
Yeah, so if it says anything,
Really?
Jeff and I have both platinumed Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So
No, it was a relatively
That is so
easy
interesting.
platinum, especially
Yes.
on the PlayStation 4,
Okay.
because I don't think you had to replay it.
no, it's not
Okay.
difficult. It's not difficult. It's just time consuming at one point.
Yeah, like
But
those
that's it.
backpacks
Okay.
and
Yeah.
all of the fetch ones, like you get to it eventually, so you really don't have to
Yeah.
go out and seek them.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I think the worst part to get was the crimes, where you have to get 5 in each neighborhood.
Yes,
And, like-
that's what took
Oh,
longer.
And
Yeah.
then so when you're going toward a
traveling to
mission, they're
them
like,
is like-
you have to stop for this crime, and I'm like, no, I'm doing a
Right.
mission. And then when I'm looking for crime, there's nothing.
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 Oh my
And
god.
it's so
That's
frustrating.
The worst.
I know.
That's a good tip though, because I'm very like one track mind. My attention span
Yeah.
can't deal with multiple things. So I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna ignore this. But if I need to
Yeah.
stop,
And plus, I felt like
Yeah,
a
then
I'll
failure of a
stop.
Spider-Man, where they're like, go to your aunt's
Oh.
birthday party, and I'm like, they're like, someone's getting robbed. I'm like,
Sorry, Aunt May.
No, I mean honestly, get sidetracked in this game. If you do want to platinum, if you are intrigued to do so, definitely get sidetracked and do as much as you can along the way to each mission. That's what I would do. I would just
Cool.
tackle anything in my direction or in my path on my way to the next
but
mission.
the story
and that really
is
helps.
so
Got it.
engrossing that sometimes it's so hard not to just go on to the next story mission.
Totally.
And it kind of
I
disjoints
love
the story
that.
when you have to like go to a Fisk hideout
Yeah.
Break it up with little like side quests.
Like
sometimes
you'll get to do them later. But
That's
like
true.
it's more daunting to not just do it when you're on the way.
Right.
Got it.
That's a good point.
Thanks for the
That's a good way to explain it. I actually forgot to add, gamer dad Bucky also commented real quick on Spider-Man, but he also commented on Dishonored. He said, if you don't give Spider-Man in Dishonored more than an hour, something has gone horribly wrong.
Wow.
So that was his opinion.
Dang.
There you go.
Awesome.
I think he's right.
There you go.
Clay, you played Dishonored.
We'll see.
What did you think?
I definitely, so I played it on PC this time. I definitely want to play it on my PlayStation, just because I like the controller more. PC was pretty fluid. It's crazy how far we've come with graphics and stuff, because this game came out in 2012, but it just made me realize how rough 2012 was for like graphics and gaming. But that aside, the gameplay is cool. I think I've started this once before in the past because things were kind of coming a bit naturally, although I don't remember everything. But screen sharing it with Alex was cool. I'm looking forward to seeing, because this time when I started, I was just killing the guards and stuff as you're doing like the intro part of the mission. But I know you can do the whole game stealth, and that's when I think I would go back and play with a PlayStation controller and do a stealth playthrough.
Nice.
But I like the combat. All the upgrades look cool. We were reading some of them. Alex and I were laughing when. Have you guys both played it?
I've played Dishonored. Yeah, I played like maybe an hour, and I couldn't get into it. I might have to check it out.
Yeah,
again,
I think I got as far as you were describing like the tutorial with the guards like that, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah, but there's like these rats that like totally consume bodies in the sewers, and like one of the puzzles, you have to like take a corpse and throw it at these rats to get them away from this lever to like spin a pipe so you can go up and leave. So I feel like there's gonna be more puzzles like that. It did make me laugh. I cut off a guy's head and then I picked it up and it's just a head floating in the middle of the screen, and then you can throw it.
Oh yeah, sounds like Skyrim.
Yeah. So it seems like it's quirky and fun. The story is pretty interesting from what I've seen in the first hour. So I definitely would like to give it more time. I was trying to kind of run through to see how much of the story I could get through so I could get invested more to try it when I get back. But I'm definitely going to keep it on my backlog for sure.
Nice.
Great.
Sweet.
And we move on to Nathan, whose game I forgot. So why don't you tell us about that?
I also forgot actually. I think it was Flax Games had a review for Dishonored, and they also had something nice to say about the show too. They said, "Hey yo, first I want to say you guys are doing a great job with your show, and I absolutely love it and can't wait to listen to the next episode. As for the review, I want to talk about Dishonored. They managed to set up a dark gothic atmosphere while having BioShock-esque gameplay mechanics. Levels are not too long, but they give you the choice to be sneaky, or go guns blazing. You can also kill enemies or stay out of sight. This is all awesome because you really have to plan your way around, and I absolutely love that. I beat Dishonored 1 and 2 and the expansion. Death of the Outsider is in my backlog. Cheers." So, Flax, thanks so much.
Nice.
Appreciate the kind words as well.
Sounds way better than the way I worded it. I'm like, yeah, you can like cut a head off and throw it, and you can
It floats in air and stuff.
There's lots of blood, and I like to kill people.
The graphics are kind of rough. But...
I like blood. That's great.
Yeah, I kept killing characters. And Alex is like, stop! And there's a character that like escorts you out of the sewers, and I'm like, I kept pulling out my knife, and she's like, "Don't kill him." And then like a minute later, I just like sliced him, and you just see him like, like totally eat it, and it's like the blah 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 has been dissolved. And I was like, "Oh, it actually let me kill him. That's crazy."
I just picture her.
You would like save beforehand and then kill him and be like, "I just wanted to see."
You do get a bomb or like a tank, and I accidentally threw it and killed the guy like beneath who was helping us. And I was like, "What do I do with this tank? It's empty." And I threw it, and it wasn't empty because it exploded. And it's like, the blah blah's been dissolved. I was like, oh no.
That's hilarious.
I have that one on
thank you for
Steam
the review.
too, and I could play with my PlayStation 4 controller, so I think I'm gonna play that one.
Oh, cool.
Do it.
Ooh,
There you go.
nice.
Cool. So I guess it's just me then, right?
Yeah.
With
Yes,
sir.
Broken Age.
Yes.
This was the point-and-click adventure from the developer and publisher Double Fine. The art style is so cool. It's hand-drawn, and it almost looks like everyone's a paper doll, the way they're animated, because not every individual joint moves, but like just, the forearm and the legs at a certain point. So it's very like paper doll hand drawn animation. It looks really cool. The voice acting's terrific so far. I love both the leading characters, Vela and Shay. Vela's voiced by Masasa Moyo, and Shay is by Elijah Wood. The story is really good so far, really intriguing. It's basically about these two kids that have like their lives stuck behind these traditions, and by their parents mainly, and they finally make this decision to make their own path, and they kind of break the norm. So it's a really cool, intriguing story. I've made it to the point where they've both kind of made the decision to break away from their regular, boring, mundane lives and their traditions, and they've kind of decided to make their own path now. So I'm kind of just getting into that. So it's a point and click adventure in the sense where you don't actually move your character around. You kind of just click on a spot where you want them to go, and they'll kind of just walk over there, or you click on an item you want them to interact with. And then sometimes there's dialogue options, which are really cool. But it's just very simple, very easy to interact with, and it's just very relaxing kind of game. It's mainly just like you're watching a movie, basically. But it's aesthetically quirky, and I'm really excited to see where the story goes. So I'm definitely going to finish this one and keep it on the backlog. So, and if you guys haven't, check it out. I think it was free on PlayStation Plus at one point, so it's possible that you may already have it, but it's really cool. And what's also cool is you can switch between the characters at any time during the game. It doesn't matter when. At any moment, you can just switch to their side of the story, because they don't know each other at all. They're like on completely different parts of the galaxy. She's like on some weird planet, and then the guy character's like in his own spaceship in somewhere in the galaxy. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So definitely going to beat that one.
For sure.
Awesome. Well, those were all of our Give It an Hour games for the week. We are actually not going to assign new ones for next week, because next week is the BBs. We're going to be discussing games that we played this year and offering, awards for games that we liked or didn't like. So we hope you tune in for that. Am I forgetting anything before we do outros?
I don't think so. I mean, again, if you do want to get involved with the Give It an Hour games in the future when we do them, you can reach us at contact@backlogbeyond.com. We post on our social medias, our Instagram and our Twitter. That's where you'll find the posts for the Give It an Hour games, and that's where you can leave your reviews as well.
What are those social medias that they can reach us on?
So it's Backlog and Beyond on Instagram, and it's Backlog Beyond on Twitter.
Great. Let's go around the horn saying where people could reach us. Clay, how could they reach you?
You can reach me at ClayDoesTweets. Twitter.com/ClayDoesTweets.
Twitter.com.
His automated voice.
Like a voicemail.
Yeah, this voicemail.
Alex, what about you?
That's it.
I am Topowya, TOWPOWYEA on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, literally everything. That's where I'm at.
Great.
That's awesome.
Next up, Nathan.
Yeah.
I'm Adventure Hawkins on everything, except on Twitter. It's Adventure without the E.
Great. And I'm Zavad Abadoo. Thank you guys all for coming out. I dread asking this, but Nathan, do you have a joke?
I have more than one joke, Jeff. I have not one, not two, not three, but 4 jokes.
That's all the time we have for you. Thank you all. All right.
I have 4 jokes, one for each of us, because I make myself laugh.
Okay.
So, there's only one that you think I might laugh at.
I think there's at least one.
Okay.
I'm hoping at least one. I just figured it was Christmas and it's the season of giving, so I'm just going to give more than one joke. Here's the first one.
And more than one.
That's right. How much did Santa pay for his sleigh? Nothing. It was on the house.
I hope that was the worst one.
Well, Alex liked it,
Oh,
so
dang it, Alex.
It's just funny. I'm sorry.
all right.
It was more of a pity laugh
Oh,
than I'm
yeah,
kidding.
okay,
It was
okay.
pretty funny. It was pretty funny.
The worst part was Alex made me laugh before that, so I had to stop laughing so you didn't think I was laughing at your joke.
Yeah, you sullied her laugh. You took that away from Tim.
All right. Here's a good. Why did Santa's helper see a therapist? Because he had low self-esteem.
Got it. So they're all going to be like this.
All right, here's another one. What is Santa's nationality? He's North Polish.
Okay. That was the best one so far.
Tough crowd.
All right. Here's the last one. How did Scrooge win the football game.
How?
The Ghost of Christmas Past.
All right, that was good.
Oh man,
I like that
I
one.
saw a
you.
comic on Reddit
That's
the
good.
other day, and it was Christmas Carol abridged, and it was Scrooge going like, "Christmas sucks," and then it cut to 3 ghosts above him. "You suck," and then the last panel was Scrooge going, "Christmas is great."
Christmas is great. That's amazing.
Who?
That's basically it.
That's it. Clay, why don't you count us out today?
Alrighty, happy holidays, folks, and 5, 6, 7, 8.
It was Alex that counted us out last time, right?
No, Alex and Clay were good at. They tried to do it at the same time,
Oh,
and
right.
they didn't.
That was when we were first
Yeah.
on, and I was like, "Okay, we're gonna count
gonna
off,
count off.
at 1, 2, 3,"
And I
and
was
then
like,
Clay was
"No,
already
it's-"
counting. But I was like, "Wait, no, that was a countdown to the countdown."
Oh my god.